Hey Cavs, welcome to this edition of the Cav Report. I'm Simone Griggs. Many students need caffeine to get through the day. Jack McConaughey reports.
There are 3 coffee bars on campus that cater to students, staff, and visitors of the college. Jason Arnett manages all 3 of the establishments.
We have Java Jazz here in the Comm building. We have Vibe over at CLB and Encore's over at the Carlson Center.
Places like these are where students can socialize, work on homework, or just relax. And while all of that can be done in places like Starbucks or Scooters, what sets these coffee shops apart is where they get their coffee.
We get our coffee from the roastery, it's roasted here in Kansas City. We order it, and it's roasted that day that we ordered it, and then it comes in as fresh as possible the next day. They're a great partner with us. They provide money for student scholarships and dining every year, and they're a great resource whenever we want to try something new.
Being a regular also has its perks.
We do offer loyalty cards, so for every drink you buy, you get a punch on your card, and when you get 12 punches on your card, you get a drink up to $4, and if you bring your own cup in, you get 2 punches.
Pastries like muffins and scones are available, as well as smoothies and other beverages. Finally, Arnett discussed the big changes coming soon to the coffee bars in the fall.
Java Jazz is going to move when the Comm building the student center is done. We're going to move over there, and then I don't know what will happen to this space yet. But yeah, that's the big plan on the horizon.
For the Campus Ledger, I'm Jack McConaughey.
Since spring break is approaching, it's important that everyone keeps in mind ways that they can stay safe when going on vacation. First, it's a good idea to let someone, such as a relative, friend, or neighbor, know where you're going and when you're coming back. It's also important that travelers know where their personal belongings are at all times, especially when at the airport. If you're bringing any high-dollar items on your week-long getaway, many hotels have in-room safes that can be used to store valuables. And finally, students of legal drinking age who are planning on enjoying adult beverages over the break should do so responsibly. Most of us tend to express ourselves through social media these days, but does it have an effect on others who see it? Here's the story.
With the weather clearing up outside, it seems that everyone is in a brighter mood. But how far do those good vibes extend? We talked to Julia Spence, a professor of sociology, about the influence a bad mood can have on others through social media.
Interaction, whether it be face-to-face at the micro level or interaction with others through media of any type, particularly social media.
Some research suggests that happiness and other moods are contagious in real life and social settings.
Contagious means you sort of feel what someone else is feeling. You pick up on that, those nonverbal cues especially.
It seems to be easier to be mean from behind a screen because the face-to-face interactions don't exist.
I say this to my students. I don't care how modernized, how advanced a computer screen gets. Nothing will replace face-to-face interaction, ever. Nothing. Even that screen can act as a form of anonymity. You know, I mean, literally you can post anything from anywhere and be anybody. It takes the genuineness out of it, the real out of it, and the physicality is gone.
From the Campus Ledger, Simone Griggs.
If you're a student who's enrolled in at least one math class, the Math Resource Center is fully available to you, complete with a treasure trove of free and helpful services. Just log in at the front desk, either by scanning or typing in your student ID number. Many study aids are available, along with free assistance provided by knowledgeable, qualified math tutors. Just raise your hand and ask. For more information, please visit the JCCC webpage. A new class may be offered in the college's curriculum. Here's Michael Peterson with the story.
As our student body expands to include an increasingly diverse mixture of socioeconomic, ethnic, and gender groups, so too does the average student body virtually anywhere in the nation. In recognition of this development, a JCCC professor has proposed a new course, Issues in Multicultural Education.
If you look at teachers, I think 80% of teachers are white. 70% of those teachers are female. And like I said, that 50% of our student population is now students of color. And by 2050, it's going to be like 60 or 70%. So that we stress how to get all those students involved in the classroom, how to invite those families in the classroom, make sure that you're teaching to all students.
K through 12 education students here share his enthusiasm for multicultural training.
Everyone should be taught the same, equally and all of that, but you also get to learn more specifically about other students and where they come from and their background and their history of education.
It's the reality of getting along. It's the reality of maybe not always agreeing with other people, but being able to understand them and maybe understand where they're coming from. So many different kids coming from so many different marginalized groups, and you as a teacher have to be able to teach them all. We have to teach who's in front of us, and so just teaching our students that just because a student doesn't look like you, doesn't speak like you, that student still has the right to reach their highest potential.
I think it's going to be a great fit to Johnson County, especially with those wanting to go into teaching and want that teaching degree.
Dr. Butler has high hopes for the potential of this course to be a successful addition to the curriculum.
I've been lucky because I've taught this class, I'm teaching at KU right now, and I've also taught it at K-State. And I think our students are getting the best of both because I see what works at K-State, I see what works at KU, and we're going to be better.
I'm excited for it. I hope it actually becomes a reality to Johnson County Community College, and hope nothing but the best for it.
I would say anybody who needs to take this course, it's just not for teachers. It's just not for educators. It's for everybody.
For the Campus Ledger, I'm Michael Peterson.
Greg Smith, father of Kelsey Smith and member of the Kelsey Smith Foundation, gave a presentation on safety awareness. Students and faculty were briefed on Kelsey's story, walked through crime statistics, and how to stay alert. In 2009, Kelsey was kidnapped from a department store parking lot. Greg Smith, who was a former employee of the college, provided information on keeping safe. Some highlights were being aware of your surroundings, trusting your instincts, and utilizing the buddy system. For more information, check out kelseysarmy.org. Students at the college are getting ready for spring break. Vincent Amiri has the story.
With spring break coming up, students shared their plans for the week off from classes.
I'm traveling, going to see family out in the West Coast, particularly Los Angeles area. So yeah, weather out there, spring break should be nice. Maybe go to the beach, I might do that.
I am planning on working and just relaxing.
Probably gonna stay in town, just work, go to the gym, play video games, kind of what I usually do. Definitely a much needed break. I might pick up a couple extra shifts just so I don't have too much time on my hands, but just kind of hang around, see what happens.
I'm going to Destin, Florida with my two best friends and our moms. We're probably just going to go to the beach and hang out and do stuff like that. I'm so excited to get out of the cold weather.
Students also gave some recommendations for those who are stuck at home over the break.
In terms of here, I just go out or stay in, whichever. Depends on the person, really.
Walking downtown, I always really like to do just because there's so many things to see and so many people and fountains. Also, if you're afraid of the cold, Nelson Atkins Museum is always free, and they have these new spotlight tours.
I think we're supposed to get some snow soon, so some activities in the snow, go sledding or something crazy with your friends.
I'd go to Insomnia Cookies downtown because it's my favorite place to go.
For the Campus Ledger, I'm Vincent Amiri.
That's it for this edition of the Cav Report. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.